Lynks, today we have got some unboxings to do from VSGO, VSGO, the Snipe 20-liter camera backpack, and the Pocket Ranger, which is an ultralight, outdoorsy kind of camera backpack that comes with a camera cube that can actually be like both a large camera cube and a medium camera cube. One collapsible camera cube that does them both, so we'll see how that goes. Here's the Pocket Ranger and the Snipe, which is a radical everyday camera bag, kind of think peak design everyday bag kind of competitor that stands up no matter how you have it packed down. And this is my first time using this. I always wondered how this thing works. Whatever this is, magnets. And then this is like a fidlock lock thing. You push that, you get that in. There you go. Now it's in. It's locked in. And you literally turn it. I was just so fascinated by that. The 20-liter has a camera cube right down in here. The 25-liter has a camera cube that goes up all the way around the top. I can already tell that I'm gonna have a lot to talk about with these materials. But first, this episode is brought to you by Fume. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device. No vapor, no nicotine, just flavor. And you can use it to, it's got like nice little fidget things. It's sleek and portable and built to last and great for your oral fixation or fidgeting. I was very surprised how helpful this is. Over 500,000 people have already made the switch to Fume as part of their habit change journey. If you're ready to try it for yourself, now is the time. There's a code in the description that gets you a discount on a journey pack. Shout out to Fume for sponsoring this channel. And if you are in a bit of a habit change exploration yourself, just give it a shot. Give yourself every chance you've got, you know? This is great. I love how well built it is, and I just like the actual flavor of it. And I like this little stand that it goes on. Shout out to Fume for supporting the channel. Okay, I wanna look at this Pocket Ranger first and then go over to the Snipe. All right, the Pocket Ranger was designed to be an outdoorsy, and I can already tell, it's very lightweight. Very lightweight. This external material is like nothing to it, but it's water resistant. Scratch and dust, it's actually oil resistant as well. It's got lots of DWR, water treatment coating. I can feel a little frame around the outside, which I really like. There's a metal wire that goes around a rod. That feels good. I can already feel that these straps are gonna be great. They do adjust here. You have the ability to adjust, and you have some load adjusters here, as well as an adjustable sternum strap that actually like goes through these pockets. This one, I guess you don't have to, but I thought that was super interesting. This kind of pulling that closed. Tons of comfort here. I am noticing that this is sort of like almost rounded. That'll be interesting to feel what that's like on. Then you've got open through the back door here, and this interesting fidlock magnetic open here with a ripper. Okay, rip that up. Rip this open. These come open as well. Super fascinating. Like this is a little dongle, like just rip the bikini part up off the top, come in through the, you know, the vertical guy here, and then you'll have your camera cube facing the other way. Inside you only have this zipper pocket here. You can see some of that frame. This is very well made. Listen, I have been critiquing design on bags for a very long time. I might have critiqued more bags than anyone in the world at this point. I might own more bags. You can't see because I put up the blankets to cover them up, cover my shame. I might own more bags than anybody else right now. So I know what to feel and sniff out when I'm looking at a bag. And I'm surprised by this, actually. There's an expansion here that gives you another like 10 liters, they say. Can you see this here? Just by adding a little flap in here, you can either use that or zip that away for a cleaner sort of look, and then you can, when you need to, zip instead this inside flap. There's a flap majora and minora, about 7 to 10 liters extra there. My question is, I'm probably not gonna use that very much at all. I just wanna hide it away. And I don't want that zipper getting in the way of this main external zipper, which does have a nice water seal coating. These materials, they look excellent, first of all, but they feel great. You got a little bit of a ripstop nylon going on here, but you can feel, I don't know, you can feel the sheen of the coating. Some decent stretch mesh, not the best I've ever seen, but really, really breathable. Water's gonna go right through it. And then these are actually apparently waterproof pockets. So we gotta talk about this because this is just feels like, let me see how I can get this, how I can get myself to like this. But first I'm gonna put something inside. Let's go with this camera cube. I only ever need it to be sort of halfway here, so I'm gonna pretend that it goes like this. Then this guy goes in, and I believe there are some clips right here. Nice detail. This is like a Hypalon laser etched sort of piece of almost rubber, and the Velcro goes through and around, creating a little shelf right here that keeps whatever's back here from falling off. Some nice feeling dividers. Okay, they're thin, so you can fit a lot more than you can with those puffy ones. There's no side door access into this thing, so everything's coming out of the back here. Really robust Velcro. Here, I'll just throw that in there for now. I think it's super interesting that they made a cube that can go both medium or large. It can fill up this whole thing by unflapping one of those flaps, and then it's a full-size camera cube. Super protective for my gear, and I love the way that it's attached in there. One of the things I like about this is you can put a lot of bulk and heaviness out up on top and back here. That's gonna drive this down into your hips, where you've got like some solid waist packs here, some hip straps that you have a lot of padding. For outdoorsy use, actually, not only is this quite lightweight, not only is it super durable, water resistant, all that stuff, but it's going to be very comfortable as well. And the ergonomics of like how you carry can be pretty fucking comfy. And then once you've got those zipped, you've got this thing, okay? So strange. So, I've never seen anything like it. And you've got like a little magnetic. This is kind of nice. It's kind of cute. But I can't even get it super tight for what it is. It's not really elastic, it's paracord. Good about this is I can have a much larger load, and I can actually get this to spread all the way out to something like that. So I can fit a bunch of stuff in here. Okay, I've got this heavy blanket I want to throw in here just to test something. All right, and then just to try out what this thing is like. Hip straps are great. You're gonna love it when you're in a bag that has great hip straps because it puts that weight right on your hips. Then it's nice to have a little sternum strap. I don't need to adjust it for me. Let's see if I can pull these guys down, maybe. That'll help, yeah. I mean, this thing is solid and sturdy on, like most backpacks are. Now, this thing is available in 25 and 35 liters. This is the 25-liter version, okay? Makes me realize that a 35 would be quite large. Okay, more thoughts on this guy in just a second. Let's open up this guy. First thing you're gonna notice about this Snipe, is that what it's called? Snipe? Is this is a nice coated treatment on some canvas. It's very water resistant, and you've got a pocket here and here and here that water will be able to get into. You don't have like fully water sealed up top either, but they do make a rain fly for this thing. For my tech needs, the rain ability on this is totally fine. Now, not only will this thing stand up better than the Peak Design bags, but I've heard it talked about how it's more comfortable. These straps do feel really nice and juicy. There's a little bit of, how do you say, just like it's not quite taut, this performance mesh right here around your foam, your EVA feeling foam in there, but the foam feels nice and gushy, right? And that mesh is cool. It keeps you from scratching. Again, there's not a seam right on your neck. This almost feels and behaves like a leather. Little clip-on point here. By the way, a little thing you can clip on your Peak Design camera cube. They have that over here as well. I forgot to call out right here. Luggage pass-through, which I actually love it when they're shaped like this. I love when I can just plop it right down. Another thing you're gonna love is this frickin' handle. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is juicy. Every time you set this bag down at your feet and pick it up with this, it's like a fucking rope. That feels great. Side pocket here gets you into the camera cube. Now, we gotta talk about this is a super interesting fabric. You do have a little zipper in here, which this material is so thin and lightweight. I don't know why it says light chaser on it, but you know, it's got a little dimension here. It's so thin and lightweight that the zipper is almost, I almost want a little more structure on this. See how it gets a little bit of it. Like, this is the kind of pocket I don't want to get into ever. I'm putting something in here that, like my extra batteries, something that like, it's like I need to throw it somewhere and I don't want to use it regularly. It's nice that this camera cube is fully integrated into the bag. Let's take a look at that. Nice that the zipper goes all the way around the straps. All right, you can see where our straps are pulling here. We actually have like quite a bit of space above them. I'm not too worried about, you know, the amount of pressure that this zipper is gonna have on it. Then we're creasing from the bottom. Over on this side, you've got your laptop and tablet with an interesting little magnetical guy here. You got a little like finger tab. I know that magnetical is not a word, you guys. Andrew Dice Clay. I saw him at the Comedy Mothership a few times and he talks about the pandemical. And so now for some reason magnetic is like magnetical. Little like sheer panties here with a little bit of material, like a little bit of padding for your stuff. I really like, the amount of webbing here this is a very satisfying little moment. I tend not to like these at all. But if it gives me this much joy on I think it's the sound. I mean, if you can tell, this bottom side's jumping up to attach. It's well done. And then here's your camera cube in here. Again, with the thin padding here, but the kind of thing that I like, you know, you just enough to keep your stuff protected. Everything's got their super strong Velcro or hook and loop stuff. This side right here is where your doorway access into the camera cube is. Up here's just an elastic guy. No, this I don't love. I think this is a good spot for having, you know, batteries, the kind like ND filters, something that I want actually more structured organization than just a flippy floppy undies pouch where things can flop out of. However, a tech pouch, like a thin tech pouch, that's what would have to go here. A thin folding tech pouch right here. Moment makes one. That's like pretty great. Perfect size to go right into there. Then on this side, we have another open wing thing, but it doesn't go into our camera cube. It's just, look at that. I mean, we just got like a little open top something right here. A little meshy right here with this is Velcro. You also have a water bottle pocket here. By the way, this thing, apparently you can screw things onto the bottom of your camera with it. Water bottle pocket with gussets. Not bad at all. I mean, I am very impressed. You also have the straps right here, and I think the same thing over here on this side. Tripod, things like that. This I am very actually impressed with. They've got some serious designers over there making some super interesting stuff. There's a lot of ideas and point of view in this. It would be very easy to make a bag in this direction without these kinds of zhuzh, this kind of niceness. And of course, this thing's super, I mean, even just like fingering that thing, just blank, blank, that just feels great. The challenge is, you know, I wish this was what I was getting into my laptop. And I want a bag where this is just kind of like a trophy piece. You're just like, maybe I'll throw some stuff up here. My camera and my laptop and all my essential stuff, like it's one of those kind of multi-part bags. If I want to quick access my laptop, I've got to open it up here, and then I've got this little clippy dappy, which is not too bad to I mean, I think that's one of the reasons, like I'm even just with one finger here, I'm able to open that up, get my laptop out, From in here, I do have that elastic thing on the top, which maybe I just throw my power cable right in there. That's not a bad idea. I got my power and that. Then in here, I've just got my headphones, my freaking headphones. Now I'm plugged in and I've got my headphones. I'm ready to edit and do my work. I don't know if you've had a bag like this where you just have like a top, like a drawer. You're just throwing stuff into here. My big headphones, Focal Bathis, which are somewhere over here, back there. Boom. And then like a tech cube. At minimum, a 2 opener kind of bag. I like a 1 opener bag. And I kind of want a whole bag designed around just this for access to my stuff. But their priorities are obviously for photography. In both of these bags, there's a priority around photography. There's a super interesting difference between these two. Way outdoorsy, very lightweight. This thing's not too heavy, but it's obviously not designed to be lightweight. This material's double layered, super thick, really big coating on it. But this, even with the camera cube in it, has this, you can feel it. It's like very light. And it's a super interesting design. I just don't want to get into my bag this way. What's your take on that? Tell me what this gets me. You know, it gets me expandability because it does have like a 7 to 10 liter expansion extra. And then a super, like, this is really collapsed. For this bag to get as big as it does, it gets me that collapse and I can go from small to big. A little bit of the challenge here is just in accessing. I mean, this is kind of interesting. I mean, you know, it's kind of interesting, but I part of me would just want, I guess it's like you get to ratchet this thing down. When you've got stuff in it, you get to just like crank it down. And then you're all bulked up here, which is kind of cool. You're opening up and getting into it. I mean, here's how I feel about this bag. I would be super fine doing outdoorsy type stuff in that bag. If I'm hiking a bunch of miles every day, because I've got my front pockets and my side pockets for water bottles and snacks. Those are the things that I'm getting into regularly. Then when I get to camp, it's like, okay, now we're opening this thing up. Open it all up, pull everything out, get what I need, right? Pack it all up, crank it in there, ratchet it closed. It's kind of sick. I'm not crazy about, you guys should hire me for some marketing help. Like, I don't like, what is this, why is this poofy? Why is this poofy? It's also an interesting name, Pocket Ranger, but when you go on their site, you'll see all these sort of like aspirational lifestyle sort of things, which they just made me laugh. They kind of made me laugh. It was fun. Like one of the videos is just a bunch of different people walking and skateboarding with the bag. It's like really lifestyle-y to them. You know, it's interesting. I love seeing how companies in other parts of the world are designing interesting things with points of view and like legit features, and then being like, I don't know, let's tell the story. Let's get people interested in this. Lots of competition for this bag. Your Peak Design, your PGY Tech, your any other camera bag out there. But what I'm impressed by is its sleekness, and it's a little bit of just like, obviously this is super unique. Everything else is solid. It's like what you want on a bag, right? It's just sleek, tight. This is the 20 liter. They do have a 25. If you want more camera stuff, the 25 is better because the inside opens up all the way, so you have access to all your camera gear. This is like a lightweight outdoorsy bag that has camera capabilities, except for you don't have access through and into the bag. You do have your quick camera clip here, which is how I would prefer to carry my camera if I was actually like doing outdoorsy type stuff, or have like a clip, like a pouch that goes on between my straps. Super cool colors. I'm really impressed. I'm really just impressed with the uniqueness of this thing. Very unique. Never seen anything like it. So VSGO are making, I don't know, they're making interesting stuff. What's your take on this? Thoughts? It's one thing to have the gear. It's a whole other thing to like have something to do with it. Like this is kind of a worthy piece of gear. The little heat shrink wrap around this knot. Nice little touches. The little straps inside where the Velcro goes around the camera cube. Nice little touches. Like, okay, these guys know how to design products. Feels good. Feels like there's like another brand on the market. which I like. All right, that's it from me. No ramble today, because I got to go to a parent-teacher meeting. Find care, take care, serve hard and dig in. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Bye! Shout out to Fume for sponsoring this channel. And there's a code in the description that gets you a discount on a Journey pack.